Hey, what's up guys, this is John from Back on the Road DIY. Today we're going to be replacing the axle on the driver's side on this Honda Accord. It broke while I was driving. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment anything you need. I'll try to answer as best as I can. So let's jump to the video. Okay, so you're going to need sockets 36, 19, 17, 14, 12, and 10. You're going to need a jack stand, breaker bar, a ratchet, a hammer, a rubber mallet, cotter pins, axle replacement, transmission fluid, funnel, pliers, a punch, a pry bar, and a torque wrench up to 250 foot-pounds. Okay, so first we're gonna loosen up the lug nuts. I'm using a 19 millimeter. So first we're gonna loosen them up. When we take these out, the only reason why we took it out is because we need to remove this cap right here. Okay, so to take it out, you just have to push it. There we go. That's it. We remove the wheel and the cap because through this hole, we're gonna remove the axle. And you guys see here how this is bent right here. You will need a punch, but since I don't have a punch, I'm gonna use a screwdriver, or I'm gonna find anything just to pry this out. So what this does is that prevents this to getting loose. So we have to hit this with the hammer and try to get it up a little bit. Okay, so the screwdriver is not doing it for me because it's too tight. So I found me a punch. As you guys see, now it's free to move. Now we're gonna put the wheel back and we keep going. Now we load the car. This is the one we're gonna use, 36 for the axle nut. You guys see? There we go. Perfect. Look at this. Come out.
Now with these gaskets, make sure you always put the safety on. Okay? And not just only that, but they have to come out. Always put the key, the seal, locking pin. Very important. You don't want the car. You see? This will try to come out. So always make, when you say your jackstand, don't forget to. Right there, just lightly tap it just in case, just for extra safety.
If you ever removing your axle, this is supposed to come out. You're supposed to move it freely. When you push it, it's supposed to move. So now I'm gonna go get the punch again and get it loose. Okay guys, so now this is the fork right here. The top one is the 14 and the bottom one right here is the 17. So I'm gonna start with the top one. This is the 14.
There we go. Here, so loose. Take it out. There we go.
Okay, now we're gonna get 19 right here. I mean the 17 mil at the bottom. But for this one we're gonna need, I'm gonna use my other ratchet to put it on the other side to hold it.
There we go. Remove the nut. There we go. Wow, let's put it inside.
And now this is loose. Now I'm gonna loosen up the fork.
Take it out. Just play with it. Till you get it out. There we go.
Look at it. You guys see? I think before I keep going, I'm gonna just get a quick sand and paint it. Okay, now you go up here. We're gonna remove this cotter pin right here. We're gonna twist this back to make it straight. Just gonna give it a couple blows with the hammer and you see how it start coming out.
Now I could. You alright with the pliers? Take it out. Perfect.
and we're gonna use 17 to remove this. Okay, before we keep going, let's put this back on just a little bit, because we're not, before I remove that, I have to remove, just leave it there. That's it. We're gonna use here a 12. I think that's a 12. Let me double check. This is a, yeah, this is a 12, I believe. 14, yeah, 12. A 12 millimeter to remove this. And just remove it and put the nut back in here so it holds it, so we don't lose it. Okay. Now we're gonna use a 10 for the one right here. Now we're gonna remove this, put this back on just to hold it for us, like the other one. There we go. And we're gonna remove this right here. There we go. So this is loose. And now, before we remove this, we gotta remove our tire nut right here. This is a 19. It has a cotter pin. We're gonna take it out. Doing like the same thing, hitting it with the hammer. Wow, guys, that was quite some work. I had to put the punch in and keep hammering until, look at that, until it came out. But we got it. Okay, now we're gonna use our 19. And we're gonna remove this one. Perfect. Put it aside. Now after we do this, now we're gonna go to this one over here. Remember that we got loose? But before, because this is gonna be loose, this thing, so I need to have bungee cord and a seat so it could hold the whole thing. So first, let me go get that. We're gonna press it back, take this out. There we go. Gotta be careful, because now we're gonna maneuver this right here. We can now turn it, so hold on before. Got a couple times right here. Another one maybe, and I just, oh, that was too much. Right here, boom. Okay, and now it's like I put this nut back right here just so we don't lose it, and we know we don't mix them. You know, this one's pretty hard to miss, to confuse by, just to prevent things. Put it right there. Okay, remember at the beginning I told you guys this, I put another bungee cord just for extra support, because I'm gonna have to hit this. Remember, this is supposed to be loose, but I think because it broke, it's jamming here, so I'm gonna have to grab this punch and start. Because you don't want to hit this whole thing, because it might jam this and it's gonna prevent it to come out. But for what I see, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just avoid to do that if you can, because if this thing bends a little bit, it's gonna be very difficult to take out. There we go. Here, here it is. Look at the broken part right here. Put this on the side. Put this to the side. Let's keep working. Okay, now guys, you guys see this right here? This is the other part of our axle, and that's connected to the transmission. So in order to take this out, we're gonna have to pry it out under here. Get down here. It's gonna be this plastic trim. Guys, see? We're gonna have to remove a couple of the clips. We're gonna go under, and with a pry bar, we're gonna remove the axle. So we're gonna use our trim tool, kind of show you how it is. Try to pry this a little bit. Then we go in there. There we go. That's it. So that's how you do it. So this is the axle. You guys see it? This black rubber thing right here. And so when we go under here, move our trim. And that's the metal part. You see? That's why we're gonna use this pry bar. And we're gonna go right. And this is the transmission. So we're gonna try to get, let me show you my finger. We're gonna put our pry bar right here, and we're gonna pry it. You understand me? So that way we can, I'm gonna show you with the trim tool, but I'm gonna get my pry bar like right here and just start prying this out. Find the edge and start just prying it out until it come out. Okay? Okay guys, you see, you guys can see I got it started. You see how it's now, it's a little bit loose. You see the pry bar, a little bit of, oh fuck, hold on, I forgot. Okay guys, that was a mess. So I forgot to put this container right there, and you guys saw how I pried that out. Actually, I'm even gonna try to fry it from here. I'll go here from the side, and I'm getting, you guys see right here, using this pry bar, trying to get close to the transmission right there, and start prying this. It's coming out. Now we got it out. We got this piece out right here. Look, look. Some transmission fluid is coming out. You guys see? It's coming onto this bucket. It's a clean bucket that I had. So now I'm gonna get the new piece and we're gonna check it. So you guys see how that comes, the hole from over there comes directly here. So we gotta pull our axle in and play with this to move it around so we could put it in. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right now. And remember, the side that comes with the nut is the part that goes out. So you remove this, and the other side is the one that goes in. Hit it a couple of times until it goes all the way back to the lock position. It has to go all the way back. Okay, guys, here is all the way in the back. Now that it's all the way in, we're gonna apply some grease here. We're gonna put it back in here. We're gonna remove this. There we go. Came all the way. Now we're gonna start at the top. This down. We're gonna torque it to 35 foot-pounds and twist the wheel all the way to the right. And here we go. Put my knee on the caliper so kind of holds it. There we go. That's 35 foot-pounds. Okay. Now we're gonna get a cutter grenade. Get a new one. Now look how much better our fork looks now that we put some 2 coats of paint. It looks way better. Look at that. So we don't need a new one. In case you don't remember, our axle is gonna go in between this, so we're gonna find a way to do it quick. And remember that the bolt goes to the back, that way you know like the right angle. Okay, here I use the pry bar to align the fork, and then I lightly tap it with the rubber mallet to make it fall in place. There we go. Okay, now we gotta put this all the way up. There we go. Let's start with the lower bolt.
You guys see this right here?
We're gonna have to align it.
There we go.
17, remember, on this side over here. Gonna put a nut.
Ratchet.
Now we just gotta torque it to 45 foot-pounds. There we go. That's 45 foot-pounds. Now we go to the top. Let's see if you guys can see. Okay. Go to the top. Let me take this out. Hold on. I'm gonna put that 14 bolt in here to line up. There we go. Where is the? This is 14. 14. Yeah. What's going on? It's not going in. Yeah. Put it in there. Now put a torque wrench, 36 foot-pounds. There we go. We're gonna get our tie rod. Gonna put it back in here. Okay. Let's get this bolt. Put it on here. It's a 19. Okay, here's the tie rod. So now it's gonna be torqued to 40 foot-pounds. There we go, that's 40 foot-pounds. And don't forget our
pin. Which can I go this way? Things up. They're a little bit big, so we're gonna cut a little bit. Right here. There we go. Like this.
Remember this rubber thing right here, put it back on it, all the way in, don't be lazy, hold it all the way in, perfect, 10 mil.
So if you're bent, just goes like this, pretty easy. That is pretty snug, but it doesn't want to come out. Good. This one right here, so we do the same thing. This is the 12. Clean it. Perfect. 12. Pretty snug, that's it.
Forget to put the pins on this plastic cover under the car.
Under, here, 1, 2.
Now we're gonna put the car on. Now we're gonna torque this to 242 foot-pounds. Okay guys, we have a problem here. The axle nut, the torque specs is 242 for this Honda Accord, and my torque wrench only goes up to 150. So I took a ride in my bicycle to a local mechanic, asked them if they could rent me the tool, because the auto zones and the other ones from me are pretty far to go on the bicycle. But the guy said you know, that he has done it before and people have kept the tools and stuff, so you know, can't blame him. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna torque it to 150 and then do probably half a turn with the breaker bar until I get the car running, and I'll go to an AutoZone and rent it and then get it to the right spec. So if you have a 150 torque wrench, get a bigger one before you do this. But because this is the only car I have right now, my wife is not here, so I have to torque it down to 150, do half a turn, and see, that probably will give me to, I would say quarter turn will give me to 200, and then another quarter turn 230. So I believe, right? So I'm just doing that just to be on the safe side. But as soon as I'm done and later when the car's running, I'll go to an AutoZone and rent it and get it fixed. So let's do that. Okay, so now let's get it to 150. That's 150. That's 150. Supposed to get to 242. So I would say I got to a quarter turn and that was pretty tight, so I'm gonna call that a day. Quarter turn, that should be good. But now you guys know, make sure you get a bigger torque wrench for this Honda, because that was 150 and I did a quarter turn, so I guess that will give me, because it feels as strong as when I took it out, so that's probably close to it. So now I'm gonna take it out and we're gonna lock the nut. You guys see this right here? You're gonna hit it. We're gonna grab this and we're gonna hit this. Okay? That should be enough to lock it. Look at it. Now it's locked. That's what prevents it from, you know, getting loose. And remember that with my dirty hands and the grease, I was touching the rotors, so we're gonna clean it just with some brake fluid, brake cleaner parts, some brake cleaner. So we remove all of that. Gotta put our cap. go. The lug nuts, they get torqued to 80 pounds.
You don't want to crease close, so. Good.
Now to know how much fluid came out, I'm gonna get one of these empty containers. Also, I'm gonna show you something that you have to know. You see how it is kind of black but kind of brown? That means the fluid is it's okay. It's not good because it will be very pink, but it's not like dark. You have to tell is by, let's see, if I can show you. Look at it. You see, it's not. If it would be like black, that means it's very burnt. But it's kind of brown, so it's like in the middle. If it was very pink, that would be perfect. Because when it's very dark, you don't want to take the whole fluid out and replace it. That's gonna damage your transmission, because you see there's like little pieces of metal that helps the transmission, so you don't want to remove all of that. Here I know this just probably a cord that came out, so it's okay to get rid of this and put some new. But if you remove the whole transmission fluid, make sure, and if it's dark, mix it like half and half, so nothing bad happens. If you put all new, that would be bad. So let's keep on. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna pour this into here. This is empty, and we're gonna check how many quarts I need. See, you guys see, it's a quart, so I need about a quart, and that should be good. Okay, 60-second passed, and this is the transmission fluid I bought, ATF. And in the back it says here that it's for Hondas and Acura, ATF Z1. That's what we had on our manual. It says just without starting clutch, so this is an automatic transmission, so that's perfect. Okay, we're gonna grab our transmission fluid. See, take it out just to make sure. Okay, it's the same. So now we add our transmission fluid from the same hole. As you guys see, it's right there. Right here. So I need more. Now look, perfect. It's in the middle. As you guys see right here, the second X. It's right here. It took a quarter and a half. Probably remember I had some fluid that went on the floor. That's the other quarter. So that should be good. We have to level. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment.